Okay, first things first. Kurt Kaya, Kingfisher High School, robotics, aviation.
This is Hakan Ashdemir, Dow Science Academy High School in Tulsa.
Biology.
Biology.
Real teachers. All right. So this is what GRET is. This is the Saprof Labs website. All kinds of stuff here I didn't understand. This is where we were living for 6 weeks. Here is our fearless leader. I just love a guy who poses in front of the periodic table of elements. And that's where his pictures for labs, his website. So I had to go, okay, I knew what investigation though. I didn't know what this was. I kind of knew what LEDs were, right? Because we have them in robots. Energy saving applications. Whoa, that stood out to me. So this is what I found out. Perovskites are named after Lev Perovskite. But this guy didn't even invent them. He didn't find them. He didn't discover them. Some other guy found them and said, I'm going to name him after Perovskite. So kind of cool for Perovskite. Anyway, this is crystalline structure, and keep going, keep going. LEDs, okay, we know what those are. Now I know what those are. And energy saving applications, which was really fun to me because the only thing that was kind of tying into my brain was the applications for solar energy, solar panels. So, yes, U.S. Department of Energy. So these were the three projects that he had going. The first one was this one, which really money from NASA. Wow. Development PV. I have down here photovoltaic for my students. Conversion of light and electricity. Materials for space solar applications. I just love that. But the whole idea of perovskites is that they can make them like in a lab. I mean, you know, I think you guys had those little silicone things, and you put them in and then you spun them around. Well, that's basically how perovskites are made. They take the silicone, they put them in the thing, they put some chemicals on it, they spin it around, well, you got perovskite, and it's a semiconductor. So NASA was the first project. The second project was funded through NSF, and this was the photoluminescent property. So again, someone discovered that this stuff not only can absorb light, but they can emit light. So this is what the project that he kind of put us on with the 2 second-year PhD students.
Also, when I searched on the internet, I saw that surprise. Only Saprof Lab work on say these products.
Yeah.
It's photoluminescence.
Yeah, he's got a patent.
But I didn't see another web page that talk about these kinds of the materials.
The hallway, when you go walk up there, it's so intimidating because all the hallway is filled with nothing but posters, and they're all from recently, from 2020 and later. And then at the end of the posters, he's got all these papers pinned up. And I swear there's over 200 papers, published papers, pinned up in the hallways. And then hidden among all the published papers is this thing from the U.S. Patent Office with Dr. Saprof's name. He kind of hides it now, but that's the one. Yeah, he's got it patented for his metal halide process. So this is number 2, and then number 3 was the Department of Energy. Heterometallic. Heather, what does that mean?
Different metals.
Thank you. I guess we did that. Teachers will synthesize target compounds in both solution and solid state methods. We did that. There, he's doing that. We actually did that. So check box on that. Yeah.
Guys, also we use the glow box. And this glow box is firstly filled with the nitrogen.
Nitrogen.
Prevent the oxygen pass inside when put the materials in it that prevent the oxygen passing in to cause the oxidations. The materials, chemicals here is very dangerous if they oxidize. But this burn with the oxygen is causes serious problems. Then we have data here. When you put the fill this box, you have to write your samples here. It's a time you have to write the times, and you write your names. So nobody is touched until you.
Right. There's a dial and a knob down here. And 6 weeks, and I never figured out when you turn the dial, what the knob needs to be at to put it in or take it out again. So whenever that was going, I just kind of like, oh, I got to go to the bathroom. So I never figured that out. But Once samples have been obtained, single crystals will be analyzed with a Bruker apex diffractometer. That's that thing. But apparently, there's a guy or a lady or a person called a crystallographer
Yeah.
who gets paid a lot of money, who we don't have one right now. So the crystallographer takes the information from this and does stuff with it. Look at me, I'm crushing stuff with a mortar and pestle. Never did that before. I've seen people do that on YouTube, but that's really cool. And then there's something called, I saw in the other picture, you guys worked in a vent hood?
Yeah, but
Yes.
here for the single crystal grow, we need the evaporations. For that reason, we use the diethyl-methylene. Dimethyl is an anti-solvent of the DMF, diethylene formamide is a solvent for us. Then we put inside the glassware, then prevent the anti-solvent, we say the. For that reason, we wait overnight to the crystals to grow.
Right.
We make it the same process, everything with the same with the mystical, but my crystals doesn't grow.
Well, yours grew real long, stringy like spaghetti.
Yes, but it doesn't grow.
It didn't go, it was weird. And we were following the recipe that was in a published paper by one of our, yeah, so.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm just, I think we sneezed on it or something, right? All right, optical properties is obtained in terms of analyzed using the UV spectrometer, blah, blah, blah. We walked by this thing so many times. I thought it was an ice cream maker, but it's something else. We were able to watch them actually, right? They actually put things in there, and it's like wet and dry things in there.
Yeah, put this here is about light reflected part.
Right. Yeah, there's a really bright light in there.
After that, there's a lenses here. We put the samples in that. But after that, we see.
Yeah, then it shows up on a computer screen. You're like, oh, look at the chart. You're like, oh, okay, great. But this one we actually did do. We were, go ahead and the next. We actually, yes, Orvia fluorolog 3. The samples that I made, I was very proud because they were big crystals, they grew, they're only 1 centimeter, but oh well. And
yeah, it's supposed to be 27, more than 27%, but
it's
the result,
PLQY.
PLQI. Yeah.
Photoluminescent quantum yield.
Oh.
Yeah, that sounds like a TV show from the 70s, huh? So again, the published work said PLQY of above 27, but I got 7. So I was, but yeah, they were pretty happy with that. They think, wow, that bozo got a 7. That's pretty good. So yeah, all right, so our hypothesis, can ink created in our lab by 2 guys using known metal halide compounds. Again, we were using published recipes with photoluminescent characteristics being used in a consumer level inkjet. Why is it important? Well, it's important because so you have glowing ink, right? So what? So having a practical application of actually making this these glowing metal halides is important. Was able to actually inject it into these and look, they're still glowing. But it's still a work in progress. We haven't gotten the printer to spit out our glowing ink yet.
Yeah, because also we work on the inks when we started to inject inside the tubes. Then put inside the printer, doesn't work.
Yeah.
After that, we check the viscosity. It's about density of the materials inside. We decrease the concentrations with the solvent.
We tried several different types
Yes,
of
after
solvent.
that, we inject again, but it doesn't work.
Yeah. So
Maybe we need another codings
yeah.
to write for the
Anyway.
project.
So our hypothesis is no. 2 guys cat here. How about that? But that was our experimental design. This is the team, man. This is Kanika, second year PhD student from India. She's married to an organic chemist who works downstairs. Works longer hours than he does, apparently. This is Mohammed, first year, organic chemist from Nigeria. Third year, Poppy. Third year, yeah. And it was her work, her published papers that we were getting the formulas from, the supposedly successful formulas. But yeah, she was like, Dr. Saparov himself, Poppy's from Bangladesh, right? Bangladesh, yeah. Dr. Saparov is from Turkmenistan, yeah. Kamina, second year, she was basically, yeah, she was so great. Farzana, I talked to her one time. She's another first year she's from Bangladesh. Yeah. And the famous Hamza, first year, working on a NASA project from Pakistan. Yeah, it was, what a team. I just want to give props to whoever set these up because, you know, as much as I love working in the lab, I mean, this stuff was gold to me, right? I have all their business cards. I have all their contacts. I'm going to be bugging them to let me bring my kids out there and talk to them. So much great information from all this, including how cool renewable, sustainable energy is, right? Especially to our kids, you know, who oil and gas, the whole thing. So yeah, props to whoever set this up. Thank you so much. And yeah, we will be bugging them relentlessly. But here's our poster. With some, yeah, since I'm going to put this up in my room, I wanted to explain to my kids what it was, what the whole idea of this project was.